Oh my goodness! I'm gonna have to hold my tongue and my anger for this one. This one. Woo! So let me explain what's happening before I get worked up. So obviously we know that there's changes that's happening in the world. It comes at a cost. It comes at a cost. It comes at a big cost. A big one. That being emissions and stuff. Because the C63 is like a very popular car and will sell a lot of units. It's restricted by these silly European lawmakers, and Mercedes-Benz complied. Daimler, should I say? They enforced it. You know, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. As a petrolhead, this is what you call. You know when females just be like, "Oh, you disrespecting me, you disrespecting me." As a petrolhead, I am being disrespected right now. Not because the car is a 4-cylinder engine. I don't mind it, but the fact that you said C63, an infamous car, the best, one of the best, I'll say one of the best, not the best, what do they call it? Best series that Mercedes has in AMG. I'm talking about the AMG, not the regular ones. I don't like the regular ones, but the AMGs, they've never disappointed. I'm forgetting the chassis now. The W204. Yeah, I think it's the W204. I might be wrong, very wrong, but forgive me. The W204, C63, the 4-door one, the 2-door one, and the black series. I love them, all three of them. Amazing. Those are the best C classes ever. They have not topped it once. Now that one, I think that's they call that one the C205 or the W205. They have different names for different chassis. They call, I don't know, they call them funny names. But that one, it's not I don't like it personally. But you know what, I said it's okay. It's okay for me. It's fine. But when you say a C63 and you put in the 4-cylinder hybrid in there, mate, it's like what the heck, man? What the flipping heck? Why would you ever do that? And then they cancelled the black series. That allegedly there was gonna be a black series. You didn't even give me closure. You did not even give me closure to like at least say goodbye to the C class after put up with that. You didn't do it properly. In my personal opinion, they didn't send off the V8 for the C class properly, unless they're gonna do like a C63S with a V8. But even though that's my problem, you can't share a 63 name with a flipping no, because even that E classes, S classes, and all the other classes, 63, there's a V8 engine in there. Even in the little 550s and all that, there's V8 engines. But I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but whoever did is a friggin' idiot. It is an absolute idiot. But anyway, we're just gonna get into this. Like, I don't have the word for it.
I told you. Some of you didn't believe me, but I told you that the future C63 would lose the V8 and turn into a 4-cylinder hybrid, which has now been confirmed. As I also said back then, it was going to come under the AMG E-Performance brand, as started and headlined by the AMG project one. But what I got wrong was the figures on offer. I thought maybe a small bump of about 10 horsepower to 520 brake, but AMG have gone and smashed this figure to pieces with a system output on this 4-cylinder unit of between 540 and 640 brake horsepower in a C63. It's insane. And the way they've done it, they've collaborated with Mercedes AMG F1, so high performance powertrains in the UK, and they've done such clever things which you won't have seen in many other places in order to create or fill the void.
I mean, it's gonna be, oh my goodness, look at that. That is awful. I don't even, oh, let me move it because I don't want to look at that. But flipping, at least I think it's gonna be the fastest in that range. So I think it, what does the C63 compete with? It competes with the M3 A4, doesn't it? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the fastest out of the bunch still. Yeah, but like me, like once you do that, you're invalid basically. This is invalid.
One-to-one F1 technology and even an EV mode in a C63. So let's dive into every single detail of how they've done it and check out the future 4-cylinder hybrid E-Performance branded AMG C63 drivetrain.
Shout out to his editors as well. He's got some good ass editors, bro. He's got some good ass editors.
So guys, Nord have sponsored this episode. They've done sponsorships in the past for RBR, but I really wanted to bring them.
You don't pay me, sorry, you don't pay me. No.
Use it in the back GV8. You will be missed in the C-Class family. Although guys, it's not all bad news because the V8 is going to have a long life in the hybrid family of AMGs, as my next video will
Fam, this is what I'm saying. Why didn't you just do that? At least do that for the C-Class, like just one. I wouldn't have minded that. Why did you do a 4-cylinder with a C63? I don't wish bad, but like, yo, if this car sells, doesn't sell, it's like, it serves you right, Mercedes. Like they need to learn it. Like I think, me personally, they need to learn a lesson from making that decision, because nowadays, like, car companies, they don't get punished for the mistakes they make nowadays. But then if you messed up, you messed up. But the problem is, these train consumers out here, fam. It just hurts my soul. But do you know what? You see, with this, they called it the AMG GT73. That's what you're supposed to call it. Call it that, or the 43, or the 50, whatever. Not this.
So everything above C-Class and onwards will have a V8 hybrid system which mimics what I'm going to show you today. So look out for that video. It's going to debut on new cars like the SL73 and the GT73E that I'm going to show you in that video.
See?
Now, to break down this new P3 hybrid system for the future C63, there are 4 main areas that we have to look at. First is the combustion engine itself, the M139. How is it changed from the A45 in the C63? Then there is the E-turbo within that combustion engine and its very special role. Then we get to the EDU, or the electric motor, which sits on the rear, and finally the AMG performance battery. All these things linking together to make some crazy figure output in the end. So first, some headlines. The next C63 is all-wheel drive rather than rear-wheel drive, so it uses the...
This is illegal. When BMW did it for the flipping M3, I was livid. I'm livid that it's all-wheel drive, fam. I don't need to explain why, fam. It's like,
4MATIC Plus system, as we saw in the E63 and GT63S, and then you get that rear-wheel drive drift mode, undoubtedly in this, given...
Freaking drift mode, drift mode, drift mode. Kick you up your ass, mate.
How variable the power management is in this car. And although you lose the V8, as I said, the power on offer is insane in the top level variant of this. We're talking continuous power of 540 brake and peak power of 640, and how that all works I'll get into in a minute. But you're not going to be lacking for power, and speed they say is going to be well under 3.5 seconds as well. So very excited to see how that all works out. The first thing that we're going to start with is in fact the engine. Now, as I said, it originates from the A45. It is that same M139 engine. Of course, in that car, it was transversely placed, so almost sideways, and the entire aerodynamics and the setup of that engine was thusly placed. And that was the most powerful four-cylinder production engine currently in the world. I say was, because the one in this C63...
This doesn't count, unless without the help, it's more powerful.
...is now the most powerful. This is longitudinally fixed inside the C-Class, and this now produces 440 brake horsepower approximately, just from the combustion engine. Now, how...
Well, is that with turbos? Because what helped the A45 be that powerful was the turbos, and then they just had to make the engine block really robust, so it can firms all the turbos. Because I think it was like 21 psi. I might be wrong. I might be very wrong, but it's certain high.
How have AMG done this? Well, the main difference between this and the A45 engine is the E-turbo that I mentioned. This is a very special little unit because it gives you the quick response of a small turbocharger along with the high output figure of a larger turbocharger, all in a smaller unit. And this comes direct from F1 technology and comes directly from...
I don't care if it comes from F1 technology, fam. You just can't... You couldn't sell it. I guess it's to sell to train consumers, but...
Our AMG Project 1 hypercar directly into the C63. How insane is that? It's called an MGUH, or Motor Generated Unit Heat. And to tell you a little bit more about this new E-Turbo, I'm very, very happy to welcome our first ever international host for RBR. He started off as a subscriber and a viewer just like you guys, eventually became a friend and now a colleague at RBR. So guys, please give a really warm welcome to Toby, who is sitting in a secret place in Stuttgart with the driveline with an AMG expert. Toby, catch.
Thank you, Raz, for tossing the Falterbach apple. And
Falterbach.
hi guys, my name is Toby. I am RBR's.
It sounded funny. I don't know what that means, but it sounded funny. Falterbach.
The Falterbach apple. And hi guys, my name is Toby. I am Raz for tossing the Falterbach apple. And hi guys, my name is Toby. I am RBR's host here.
I think Falterbach is where the MG HQ is situated at. Okay.
In Germany, and today I am reporting from a very special location here in the outskirts of Stuttgart. And as you can see right behind me, it's going to be really special today because, as you can see, we have something here right behind me with a 4-cylinder and some electric performance components. So right here we are going to look deep into all of the good stuff.
I just clucked. It's going to sound like poo.
That's right here behind me, so let's get into it. As you can see, we have the new 4-cylinder here, first introduced in the A45S, and as you guys know, I'm a big fan of powerful 4-cylinders as a CLA 35 driver, but as you can see right here in front of me, we have an electric turbocharger, and now it's time to bring in the next expert.
Yeah, hi. Thanks. So, as you said, it's the new M139 in a longitudinal way, and we added the electrified turbocharger in that kind of engine in longitudinal.
So this is this bad boy that we're having right here.
Yeah, so the reason is at the end we now want to get out more than 330 kilowatt of that engine, so a little bit more than we have actual in the transversal engine.
Yeah, exactly, but let me stress that real quick. We're still talking about a 4-cylinder engine here, which is like phenomenal output in that case, I would say.
You're right. Yeah, so that is the e-turbo. It's really a transfer of the technology from the Formula One. You know it, the MGUH. So it's a monoscroll turbine. You see it on this side. So monoscroll means it's no divided twin scroll or VTG or anything like that. It's a monoscroll, wastegate regulated. On the other side you have the compressor. So
at least it's single turbo. I'm done with twin turbos. Me personally.
I will tell you something more detail about the compressor later on. And between the turbine wheel and the compressor wheel, there is a 6 kilowatt e-machine.
Okay, so basically that's what differentiates this turbocharger from a classic turbocharger that the viewers might know as well.
That's the biggest change in that part itself. So, and the interesting thing is it's really put it direct on the shaft of the turbocharger. So we have the possibility to accelerate the turbine or the turbocharger shaft from idle speed up to maximum speed. We're talking here to 156,000 RPMs for that kind of turbocharger.
Quick intermission. But for the chart on the e-turbo, it said 3.8 bar. Now I don't know what bar means. I don't read in that. I know PSI, and in PSI that's 55.1. That is crazy. Oh my days, that's crazy. That engine block is something else. I didn't know it was that powerful. That is a lot. I like that from the car. Still feel the same way, but 55.1 PSI is. I like that. I like that.
So just with the e-machine that's built in here, so we don't need like additional.
At least there'll be no turbo lag.
Exhaust gas coming in, so you can just spool it up, or.
Yeah, that's a possibility. We can accelerate it more or less without the exhaust gas, more or less. But the idea behind is that we only accelerate the shaft to bring the boost pressure to the engine, and then the engine itself can produce enough exhaust gas or exhaust power to speed up the turbocharger itself. So that's the idea behind. So that's the efficiency of that supported. So it's not necessary to boost it all over the time. It's only for a few short seconds, and the rest is then working from the engine itself. So there we have the benefit of the high power output of the engine itself, so more than 330 kilowatt, as I said before, and have more or less the same or even a little bit higher low-end torque situation. So we can speed up the engine at low engine speed. So, and then one additional thing I just told you before is the compressor. That's a big technology in there, the variable inlet compressor.
Okay, now we have a variable component.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on the turbine side, at least on the compressor side, because now the situation is there that we don't need, as you said before, the exhaust gas to speed up the turbocharger.
Perfect, perfect. So thank you very much for providing insight into this new e-turbocharger.
So alongside that belt-driven starter generator that helps turn the engine on when you come out of EV mode, and is completely indiscernible, that M139 is producing 442 brake horsepower just by itself. So it is the most powerful production four-cylinder in the world. And that's before any of the cool stuff comes in, or the other cool stuff rather, which is all on the rear. And I'm of course talking about the EDU unit, or the electric drive unit, and the AMG performance battery. Now normally...
But this is gonna be heavy as nothing, man. Just heavy for no reason.
In a performance hybrid, you would have your batteries in the rear as normal, but your electric...
The Germans can't help themselves, fam. I don't know who's not told them to make the cars lighter, but I've been wanting the cars to be light for ages, fam. Just to keep making the hard car heavier than ever.
Motor would sit between the combustion engine and the transmission, and AMG have not done that. Instead, they've put the EDU on the rear axle. And it's a really clever little unit because it houses three really important integral parts in that compact design. The first thing is the electric motor itself, and it is a permanently excited one. If you've heard me say that before, it's like you find in the Taycan, for example, in the top level versions. We also have a 2-speed transmission. Again, if you heard me say that, it's from high-level EVs like the Taycan. So your first gear handles things up to about 140 kms, and second gear is for everything beyond that, and it's completely indiscernible once again for the driver. So really clever stuff. And then finally, a more familiar thing, which is the limited slip differential. All of that sitting on the rear. Now, compared to your typical system, this is much more efficient because the EDU is not connected to the transmission, it's not beholden to it, it acts completely independently. And as you'll see, it really helps with energy management and recuperation, as you'll see later. To tell you a little bit more about this, we're going to head over back to Toby to speak to Wolfgang, our AMG expert.
So hello.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you too. So unlike every other parallel hybrid system what you know so far from the market, which having the e-motor between the combustion engine and the transmission, we have put with our e-performance powertrain the e-motor right at the rear axle. So we have an instant torque when we want to accelerate, and also it's very efficient for recuperating because we don't have any losses from the transmission from the combustion engine.
So it's a dual exhaust one side.
Recuperate in the e-motor and in the battery from the rear axle. And also we have integrated a two-speed gearbox.
No, it's not.
In first gear we can go up to 140 kph in first gear, which then would be these 13,500 RPMs.
It's a lot.
Then latest we have to shift into second gear.
Oh, I don't want to hear all this talking, fam, honestly. Like, it's all cool and all, but like, I guess it's cool and that, but like, and it's the only one right now because BMW I don't think they made that specific. No, they haven't made anything which would rival that specifically. Like no one, unless you're talking about Volvo. But nah, that Volvo's in its own league. Is it the Veloster? I might be getting it wrong. But other than that, I will say they didn't. It's not like they didn't try. I like that they tried, and it's a good car. But like, when you're just sharing it with a 63, you can't put the 63 name on it. That's to me that's just illegal. That is very illegal. That's sickly. Someone either needs to do that little vote thing, petition, the petition for Mercedes to change the name. Because seriously, it's not acceptable at all.
So you have
I can just imagine all them niggas in the dealership. Hose Teflon technology! Oh yes, it's a 4-cylinder. Them regular pedestrians, they ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know. Just can sell them. Give them a badge. Put an AMG badge on it. It could have like a 180 engine in it. They put AMG on it. They'll sell it to someone and they'll buy it. That's how that's how Mercedes customers are. They don't care, man. They don't care. Like Mercedes is just not. It's not what it used to be. Like I would have sided with them if they just didn't use that name, cause I understand that it sells a lot of units. It sells a lot of units, and then you're gonna be pressured by EU. I get it. You don't want to pay them fines. You're already paying enough fines as it is with that diesel stuff. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see ads about that, I'm like, yo, fam. I've been seeing this since like 2000 and I don't even know. I've been seeing this for years, you know. But it's only now it's getting louder, but like, but nah. Nah, I just can't do it personally.
63, etc. So a massive torque figure, and you get all of that in the low end thanks to the E-Turbo as well. 0 to 60 less than 3.5 seconds. Mind-blowing. I can't wait to drive it. I just really hope that the way the components are put, that it doesn't feel as heavy as it's going to be, because it's going to be a heavy car. This entire system is thus a modular concept that can be rolled across all the cars of Mercedes-Benz and AMG. And as you'll see in the next video, there's going to be a V8 setup exactly like this, using the same components but with the 4-litre V8. So stay tuned for that, and there's also news on pure EV AMGs direct from AMG. That will all be in the next video.
I see. I can't wait for that stuff. But don't ever in your life name it a 63. I don't care if petrol and diesel cars are gone, like combustion engines are gone. You never, ever, ever, ever put it under a name like 63. You'll never do that, Mercedes. You'll never do that. And I know people are thinking, oh, how can you tell me, yo? You're right. I can't tell them nothing because they make their decisions. But like, yo, fam, this if I had it my way, the whole like that factory would be burnt down. I love AMG, but yo, that for that you must be punished for that. You know, there must be a punishment for that. E should be punished for that as well, for putting the pressure on the C63. That is ridiculous.
And of course, you'll have the quad pipes on the rear and the wagon.
This is what I'm excited for. This, I don't mind it being even though it has the 63 name on it, and a 63 wagon. Yes. Oh, oh my goodness. Ah, yes. I'm excited for this. I don't care about the coupe one. What? The wagon, yes. I embrace this. I embrace this.
Look very, very special indeed.
This is
I think,
embraced.
even though it hasn't got rear arches by the looks of it, sadly. A lot of people have asked me, is there a coupe? No coupe coming. The C coupe has been cancelled.
Yes! Yes! Just get rid of that sedan then. Get rid of that sedan. Just have the wagon. This generation, we're all good.
That hope for a future CLK type car like a 4 Series. So a mix between the C and the E coupe, and who knows, maybe you'll get the V8 hybrid system. Cross everything you have, guys.
Yeah,
So
nah, they're supposed to do They should have done that under the C. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Do that under the C63 name. Put the V8 hybrid in there.
Typical C63 customer, guys. I've owned about 11 of them. Still have 2 with the Black Series and the C63S. And this car really fascinates me. I was scared by it, which I was with the 4 litre as well. But now with all the F1 tech in it, I can't tell, which I was with the 4 litre as well.
What did I say? What did I say?
I can't help but be excited. I can't wait to see what is it like when you bring F1 tech on the road in a road car. And that's
Just drive a flipping Ferrari Enzo or a flipping P1 or a flipping what else? A Ferrari F50 or a flipping McLaren, whatever. There's cars like that. I mean, granted, this is like this. It will be the second one, but still, well, third one, because there's the 173, and then this poo, this bunch of poo. But it'll be fine if it, yeah. I need to stop talking about this because like, yo, this is just ruining my mood, and it's just making me think about me dying, because me and combustion engines are dying.
best AMGs ever have always been the ones that have brought stuff from motorsport directly onto a road car.
Okay, shut up. That's done. Alright, in a bit. Everyone's complaining I'm not uploading, I'm soon uploading, I'm just flipping editing the videos. Wait on me. But right now, this is an urgent matter.